Hello and welcome to the virtual Energizing chats in the virtual booth here at the Vienna Energy Forum 2021. We have the great honor and pleasure of being joined now by Manoj Sinha, founder and CEO of Husk Power Systems. Manoj, thank you so much for joining us here. I'd like to begin by asking you, in your opinion, what are the steps most relevant for making progress with the energy transition, and also what motivates you and your organization to take action toward achieving the energy goals?
Great. Thank you, Sarah, for having me here. So I am CEO of Husk Power Systems. The way we see energy transition is, roughly half the world's population, which is 3 billion plus, are those who have access to no energy or access to some power. So that is the area that we are focusing on, which is half of the world. And they're coming out of kerosene and diesel uses. So energy transition in this area is almost a step jump, right? People in many parts of India and Africa that did not go through a landline process to get access to telecommunication, they leapfrogged to a cell phone. So in our case, we think decentralized way of power generation using solar, battery as a storage, biomass gasification system in our case can really catapult the whole process of both energy access to people who do not have access to power at all or have access to unreliable power, and do it with 100% renewable energy, and do it so that they can do better in their lives, right? They're moving up the energy ladder. And we know that in GDP per capita is highly correlated with energy per capita uses. So it solves both the problems.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. So tell us about the key actions that your organization, for example, tell us a little bit more about your work and what you are doing in particular to accelerate the transition.
I co-founded this company, Husk Power Systems, in my home state in Bihar in India, a state with 110 million people, but only 70 million people, only 40 million people had access to reliable power. So our goal has been to provide access to energy to rural people in India and Africa. So my organization, Husk Power Systems, we are the leading mini-grid providers, which is essentially a decentralized power generation for rural areas in Asia and Africa. And we now are operating approximately 130 mini-grids in these two continents. And we serve more than 6,000 small or micro and small businesses in these two continents.
So what is your message then for participants in the Vienna Energy Forum? I mean, what action, what ambition would you like to see now over these next days?
I think it is I think it is now a known fact that the energy transition is inevitable. We just need to accelerate and leapfrog. We cannot think using the framework that we did even 5 years ago. And I think the decentralized way of power generation and distribution, using the most advanced IoT-based algorithm that is out there, that's where we need to start thinking and not build from something that was, even a decade old. And it is a very exciting time. I could not be more excited doing this in this decade and help solve the climate change crisis that we are all facing.
Manoj Sinha, thank you so much for joining us and sharing that perspective. Founder and CEO of Husk Power Systems. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Sarah.